Some rally mechanics used to go like that, or that, through the windscreen of the van at the car in front to try and make them think that the wheel was loose on the car. Wobbly wheel syndrome. What are you talking about? No wobbly wheel. Yeah, which idiot put the wrong size tube in that tyre? I don't know. It looks like they've folded it backwards over on itself 2 or 3 times to get it to fit. What else do you do if you've got a tube with a tiny hole in it and you inflate it and it goes down, and you're pretty certain you had a glueless puncture repair outfit in your bag, but when you went for it, it wasn't there. It's as if someone's nicked it. Because I'm damn sure it was there when I checked it out 2 days ago. And when I look at this tube that's got the little hole in, you'd think someone stuck a pin through the side of the tyre. And then there's all the flipping problems I've had with the electric control circuit on the bike. You'd think somebody would be messing about with that too. Yeah, I'm sure my electric bikes have all been vandalised, including the one I ride. I mean, why? What have I done to you? You got a problem or something? Yeah, you have. I haven't, because I fixed the puncture. I was so annoyed about that because I was convinced someone had been messing about with it. I thought, right, I'll really take the pay out of you, because I didn't think that would work, but it did. So I went for miles on the bike, not knowing. Yeah, I had a spare battery with me, but of course, what's happened to the keys for the battery? Could have sworn it wasn't locked on when I set off. Never even checked. Obviously, I went so far the battery went flat. I thought, fine, I've got a spare battery. It'll get me home. Yeah, what do you do if the battery's locked on, which you didn't expect it to be, and you can't find, you haven't brought keys with you? What do you do? Middle of nowhere. Because obviously I was so annoyed about that I'm pretty certain that tyre's been vandalised, and yeah, I got really wound up. I thought, right, I'll show you what a bunch of jerks you are. But you see, if you have a bit of money, middle of nowhere, well, you get to the nearest town and you buy a cordless drill and a bit and drill through the lock. What would I say about the locks on these batteries? They're flipping good. I've drilled as far, well, yeah, the cordless drill, I really can't believe it. And then the expensive mistake I made, I should have remembered about Sam's 200 or 300 yards up the road. I know young Sam, yeah, they're decent, but set of decent people, yeah. I mean, all the farmers go there, so there can't be anything wrong with the place or the products to sell. Yeah, I would have got one a damn sight cheaper, and the batteries no doubt would have been fully charged, because I got as far as I could into the lock with the cordless drill, but I still wasn't all the way through. I thought, well, that's it. There's no way I'm going to walk home or whatever. I had cramp in my leg, and I've done 30 miles on that particular bike with a dead battery, and it went out 3 hours or 30 miles, and it's a nightmare. But with a trailer as well, good job I wasn't much in the trailer. But anyway, I got home in the end, and the flipping, somebody was wanting to buy one of these off me. You do not want one of these flipping things. Temperamental, well, it makes Herbie look well behaved. I was going to call it Herbie, but I thought, no. I can't really describe what I'd like to call it. I mean, this flipping control, when I set off, fully charged battery, it was showing almost empty, right? So I thought, well, that system works, doesn't it? You press up for more power and down for low. Nothing. No, it just went, and it didn't. I thought, well, I got to my favourite place. Well, actually, now I was thinking it's got another point to Stokesley, but Yaffers is still sold 4-2 to Yaffers. Yeah, you can now die down Yaffers Road in an old person's unit, which is just near the factory from Hell and the Bridge, which is the factory from Hell's right next to the bridge my mate was killed on. So not only can I die there, I mean, the factory from Hell's there, my mate was killed there. And of course, I rolled that trailer near Yaffers. But yeah, I mean, Stokesley, well, I got a flat at Stokesley. I had to walk home. It took 14 hours. And I was at Stokesley when I realised the battery display had gone. That display wasn't working, so I thought, well, I better not go to Stokesley. It's only 5 miles, but I thought, I better get home as quickly as I can. But it didn't even get to Northallerton. But yeah, I had no idea how much was left in the battery. It should have got me home, but it didn't. And then when I got there, I found that the battery was locked on and I hadn't got the keys. I was going to start moaning a bucket full about the value of buying flowers and scrubbing graves and stuff, but I'm really glad I bought them flowers. I mean, no, I mean, that wouldn't kill me, but I tend to think I would have been still stuck in Northallerton hours later if I hadn't done that. I was wondering about it, and somebody says to me, it's pointless scrubbing graves and stuff, but well, what if you have respect for your relatives and it gives you something to do? And day out from the mental ward, well, it was that day. and a 3 mile walk, and I had about 6 or 7 gravestones to wash. Oh no, exercise isn't good for you, isn't it? I wouldn't know, I'm an idiot. But yeah, I go on with his bike, but you definitely don't want one of these. I mean, that thing, it's temperamental now. It's ridiculous. And of course, as the battery was going flat, I found that just kept going off, and you press the on button, it comes back on and starts again. But eventually, the switch was, you had to switch the battery on and off, and even with that battery fully charged, it was doing exactly the same thing. It was just the whole thing was going down, stopping every so often, you switch that on and off, switch that back on and it goes. But towards the end of the other battery, it was like energizing for about half a second, and that was all I could do. It got me to up the hills, just about to Brompton, but yeah, I mean, I just took the pay out the back of that. Right, I'm going to push you the complete limit. I've no idea how I got on, which way I came on, but I thought it's going to be really dodgy getting across the A9 chain. I went the straightest route across, but I was literally riding at the last car, just missing it and getting across. So I knew that the thing wasn't going to stop halfway across the carriage. We had to do that both sides, but then I just took the complete mick out the back. I took up every flipping steep hill I could. I thought, you're going to pay for this year, fucking thing. You don't want one of these. They're as unreliable as unbelievably bad. I don't know if somebody vandalised the system, probably. I don't know why. I'm sure. Well, I've had now, 3 motors fail, 3 or 4 electrical systems fail or play up, and you'd think someone was vandalising them and remote controlling it all. But I got home, and that's the main thing. I wasn't going to come home, but I just thought I'd better go somewhere fast and get there. Yeah, I was just going to leave town and find somewhere else and have everything delivered back up there, because I'm sick of it around here. Town's full of nutted from where I can see. Or idiots who vandalise things for no reason. I've no idea why you're doing it, but you're being stupid. I mean, I've said, it's not a good idea to tell jokes unless it's in front of your mates, because it just causes trouble, and everything else is just not worth it. I mean, the way people have behaved recently has put me completely off fame, and I knew I never wanted fame because I knew I couldn't do it. Well, you can, yeah, you're famous, you can do it, I can't. Could you do all this men bikes and stuff? No, you wouldn't even be interested. Well, don't expect me to do it then. I'm not jealous of you. Are you jealous of me? Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't have a problem with you if you bloody leave me alone. Because I don't do it to you from where I can see, just a bunch of nutters. Oh, they say go downtown. Why? Nothing ever happens. It's a waste of bloody time. And you know what they say? He or she who spends all day in town never has any money.